Hello and welcome to The Green Life, the podcast where we uncover simple, practical ways to live sustainably and make a positive impact on our planet. Together, we'll explore actionable tips, inspiring stories, and expert advice to help you embrace a greener lifestyle. Whether you're just starting your eco-friendly journey or you're a seasoned sustainability enthusiast, there's something here for everyone. Let's dive in and make sustainability simple, one hack at a time.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We're diving deep today into some eco-friendly home hacks.
We're looking at ways to make your home better for the planet and easier on your wallet.
Exactly. We've got a ton of cool tips and tricks
Pulled straight from our research.
that'll help you save energy, conserve water.
And even reduce waste.
Yeah, and the best part is...
A lot of these changes are super simple to implement.
Yeah. It always surprises me that, our homes actually contribute to about 20% of global carbon emissions.
It's a pretty shocking statistic when you think about it.
It really is, 20%. I mean, I knew that our homes had some impact,
Yeah,
but I had no idea it was that significant.
but it makes sense when you start to consider everything
Right.
that goes into running a home.
Yeah, all the energy we use for appliances and heating and cooling and even just lighting.
All of that adds up.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, let's start with something that I think everyone can relate to, light bulbs.
Absolutely. Light bulbs are a great place to start.
Yeah, one of the sources we looked at was talking about switching to LEDs.
That's one of the easiest and most effective changes you can make.
Yeah, they're supposed to be way more energy efficient, right?
Way more. LEDs use 75% less energy than traditional incandescent bulbs.
Wow. Okay, so what does that actually look like in terms of savings?
Well, just swapping out one incandescent bulb with an LED can save you about $7 a year on your energy bill.
$7 per bulb.
Per bulb, and they last so much longer.
Okay, now we're talking. How much longer are we talking here?
Think about 25 times longer than incandescent bulbs.
25 times. That's insane.
Yeah, so not only are you saving money on energy, but you're also buying fewer bulbs overall.
Okay, I am sold. Anything else that's that easy to do that makes that much of a difference?
Well, you know how sometimes you leave things plugged in even when you're not using them?
Oh yeah, all the time. Guilty as charged.
That's something a lot of people don't realize
Yeah.
can really impact your energy use. It's called phantom load, and it can account for up to 10% of your home's energy consumption.
Seriously. Just from stuff being plugged in.
Just from stuff being plugged in.
Okay, so what can we do about that?
Simple things like unplugging devices when you're not using them,
Okay.
or using a power strip
Right.
that you can easily switch off.
Makes sense. Okay, what about programmable thermostats? I've heard those can make a difference too.
Those are fantastic for energy savings. They can learn your schedule
Wow.
and adjust the temperature accordingly.
So you're not wasting energy heating or cooling an empty house.
Exact.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah, and they can save you a good chunk of change on your energy bills.
Perfect. One of the sources also mentioned sealing up gaps around windows and doors. Is that worth the effort?
Oh, absolutely. It's one of those small things that can make a surprisingly big difference.
How so?
It helps prevent drafts,
Right.
which means your heating and cooling systems don't have to work as hard.
That makes sense. So it saves you energy and money in the long run.
Exactly.
Smart. Okay, we've talked about saving energy. What about conserving water?
Water conservation is just as important.
Absolutely. I mean, water is such a precious resource.
It really is, and you'd be surprised how much we waste without even realizing it.
Look
For
out.
example, a single dripping faucet can waste over 10,000 liters of water per year.
10,000 liters. That's a lot of water. What can we do to avoid wasting that much?
Well, for starters, easy fixes like fixing leaky faucets are a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You can also install low-flow shower heads and faucets.
Oh, okay. What do those
They
do?
reduce your water usage by up to 50% without sacrificing water pressure.
50%. That's amazing. What about something a little more creative?
Have you ever heard of using gray water?
Gray water. What's that?
It's the gently used water from your sinks, showers, and washing machine. Instead of letting it go down the drain, you can collect it and
Okay.
use it to water your plants or even flush your toilet.
Wow. That's amazing. I never would have thought of that.
It's a great way to conserve water and give that water a second life.
I love it. Okay, let's move on to another area of the home. The kitchen.
The kitchen is a major source of waste, but it's
Absolutely.
also ripe for eco-friendly makeovers.
Totally. I feel like I'm constantly battling a mountain of plastic containers in my kitchen.
Yeah, well, One easy swap is to start using reusable beeswax wraps or silicone food storage bags instead of plastic wrap or bags.
Those sound great. I've seen those at the
They're
store.
awesome for keeping your food fresh without generating extra waste.
I'm always looking for ways to reduce my plastic usage.
And what about all those glass jars that tend to pile up?
Oh, I know what you mean. I always feel bad throwing
Well,
them out.
don't. They make perfect storage containers for leftovers, dry goods, or even homemade salad dressings.
That's a great idea. I love
It's
it.
all about finding creative ways to reuse what we already have.
Exactly. What about composting? Is that something that's realistic for people who live in apartments?
Composting is a fantastic way to reduce food waste and create nutrient-rich soil for your plants.
I'd love to try it, but I don't have a
You don't
yard.
need a yard. There are tons of countertop compost bins designed for small spaces.
Seriously? That's amazing. I had no
Yeah,
idea.
it's way easier than you might think.
I am definitely going to look into
Yeah.
that. Well, this has been so insightful. It's really inspiring to learn about all these different ways we can make our homes more eco-friendly.
And it's empowering to know that even small changes can make a big difference.
I totally agree. It's not just about the individual actions themselves, but it's the collective impact that we can have.
Absolutely. So if we can make these changes in our homes, where else can we apply this eco-conscious thinking? What about our transportation, our shopping habits, even our travel choices?
That's such a good point. It really makes you think about how our everyday choices can have a ripple effect. So to everyone listening out there, remember, even if it feels like a small step, every effort to live more sustainably counts. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, everyone.